Hey there, this is DFG in the place to be, doing a thing from 1 to 3. And it goes a little something like this. Welcome to DFG's Corner, Emporium. This is DFG, the man with the golden voice, the lady's choice, and of course, smooth as a Rolls Royce. Coming to you live from the 571, where I'm having fun and I'm getting things done. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and we're doing things and not giving a hoot. So y'all stay real and keeping it real well. I want to thank everybody. This is my first hold on. Technical difficulties. And
tap to get to 100. Ready?
waiting on my co-host to show up. The chocolate pearl, my favorite girl. My sister from the same Mr. and Mrs. Ain't no steps, but we sure will step to you. So we sure will step to you. I want to thank everybody out there. Whether you're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, just give me a holler and tell me where you from. Tell me, are you a first time or a regular? And how's that gonna and how does that work on? And today is just want to explain why I didn't have a show last week. Last week I had an issue. My nephew had passed a week before, and it was coming up on my mother's 15th anniversary, her leaving us and going to glory. So I didn't want to give y'all half trash, half garbage. So right now I'm just trying to give you guys the best that I have and making sure that I give you some quality today. But I definitely want to talk about some things today. Um, Everybody in TikTok land, thank you for joining. Thank you for coming. Um, Comment, ask if you want me to ask me a question, I will answer it. Those in Instagram land, thank you, Miss Nikki. She's a regular, and I appreciate her every day, every day. Um, for those who don't know, I also am a co-host of a show. It's called Upscale Love for You. It's spelled Upscale Love, the number 4 and the letter U. Thursday nights, 8:30 Eastern. And for the most part, I've been on this kick. I had this earworm where on GC Cameron's version of "So Hard to Say Goodbye." It's a classic to me, at least. I love it. I love it. I mean, I like the Boys and Men version, but I prefer the the original for Cooley High. It's just with the Boys and Men version makes you decide whether you want to grieve or do you want to grieve or do you want to slow jam? And that's kind of not the purpose of that. But hey, you know how that goes sometimes. So, like I said, patiently waiting for Chocolate Pearl, my favorite girl. Just trying to make everything go halfway decent. Everything go halfway decent. That's my, when somebody tells you they're a good person, chances are they're probably not. So I always say that I'm halfway decent. Got room to improve. Always got room to improve. Jayla Dukes and anonymous user, Glam Jones, Kiki's Budget Closet, Gigi. Thank y'all for stopping by. CT, Wayimpa Manure, Felice, Barbara, Miriam Wageth, Jerome Coulter, Sexy, Glenn Blake, 654, Valo Toy, Vaughn. Hey, if you're still in, let me know where you're from in TikTok land. Just let me know where you're from. Keela, thank you for coming on. I want to thank everybody out there in YouTube land who are here, and I want to thank y'all. Without y'all, I'm over 7,000 subscribers in YouTube. On one of my TikToks, I'm over 23,000. On The Doctor Is In, I'm only at 1,500, but hey, I appreciate those. I appreciate those. I earned those, made those, putting my bones out on the street, getting my stuff out in the streets, and being him, or at least trying to be him. Sometimes you fail. But the biggest things coming up in the next couple of days is the former president, the 45th one I'm talking about, the one that's always in the news, and not always in a good way. His trial is coming to a close. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty interesting. That's gonna be pretty interesting, where we are going to see exactly how's he going to be when he's on the other side of guilty. You notice his people are trying to get him now, like, up and making him that person, and sometimes it's just ridiculous on how some people just, they just think they can get away with everything. They think they can get away with everything, and that ain't cool. That definitely ain't cool. But like I said, if you got any questions you want to ask me, I'm waiting on my co-host, the Chocolate Pearl, my favorite girl, while I'm doing things here, trying to make y'all understand what I want to do. And before I go on, for my TikTok, you only hear the music, but it's going to be a commercial for the Real Golden Girls. It's my sister's company. She's doing well. I gotta promote small businesses, especially since she's related to me, and I've used her products, and I've been a loyal customer for years. Give me a second in YouTube and Facebook land and Instagram land. I'll have it up in a second. Oh gosh, Shappins gotta be smarter than the equipment. DFG gotta be smarter than the equipment. So, nope, that's the wrong way. And let's see, Where did I put it? Well, let me do this. Just trying to find some stuff, people. Want to thank everybody for coming on and checking me out. This is my second, and I'm only here so I won't get fined by TikTok. Let's see. There we go. And let me share this. No, wrong one. Okay, be prepared to see the real Golden Girls. And let me stop sharing. Hopefully you guys saw that. Hopefully you guys on TikTok land saw that. Let me stop sharing here. If I can get as smart as the equipment, I might be able to do that. Okay. If I can get as smart as the equipment, I might be able to do that. I got two people coming on live for 85. Okay. My guy, Andreen. Andreen, where are you from? Coming on live for 85. Get rid of this echo. Okay. My guy, Andreen. Andreen, where are you from?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I don't know. I can hear you.
Can you
Can
see
you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay. I can see you, but I'm on
You
my
can't see
phone.
my screen on there for some reason it keeps freezing, but I'm still my handsome looking self. So just look at the screen and say, "Hey, DFG,
Hey,
how it be?"
DFG Howard D. This
All
is
right.
interesting.
What are you doing tonight besides
Relax.
being on my
Work.
show?
That
All
too.
right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Chocolate Pearl, can you hear me, Chocolate Pearl?
I can hear both of you. How y'all doing? Hey, Andreen.
Hey,
Hey.
you know how it is. You know how it is. I was just I was explaining to the folks out there in TikTok land, Instagram land, Facebook family, and YouTubians that we suffered a couple of losses in the last couple of months, oh really, and I just couldn't put on the show last week and I'm sorry I didn't let you know ahead of time, but it was a last minute thing. Don't worry about it. I'll keep you in the loop after that. Um, the big thing is that you know, said my mother passed away on the 25th. It was the 15th anniversary, like I said before, and my nephew passed the week before, and we're going to have his ceremony on the 7th of June in Astoria, Queens, New York. If you're up there, it's right off Ditmars Boulevard between 37th and 38th Street in Astoria, Queens. Um, ironically, I went to junior high school around the corner from there. Junior high school 141. Now it's IS 141. The Steinway School. Hey, but um, yeah, I love my nephew. Said he was a handful and more even as from a child to an adult, but he had a good heart. He had a good heart, and I just wish he'd kind of listened a couple of times, but can't cry over spilled milk. What's going on with you, Chocolate Pearl? Talk to me. Talk to me.
Just busy, busy, busy. Me having a temp job, I have to do 4 tens this week and also next week because you don't get paid if you don't come in. So
I
to
got
make up
you.
time
I
for next
got
week's
you.
services, I need to make sure. So I'm doing that. Plus, I'm still trying to get this memorial and obituary together. And I did the other
Yeah.
graphics and stuff
Um.
like that. So I'm being dragged a little bit.
No, I got you. I got you. Said Apple and I went over it yesterday before she sent it back to you. I was just giving her some
Yeah.
readability stuff to handle that, and I got to take care of them to get them down in New York next week. I got that handled. Um, you know, ironically, his homegoing ceremony is a day after both of
The
our
day after
sons,
our son's
our oldest
birthday.
son, both of our oldest sons.
They were going to
Yes,
do it on
cousins
that
born on the
day.
same day. It happens.
Yeah, they were gonna do it on that day, but then they said no, they don't want to have a funeral on their nephew's birthday.
Yeah.
So
Yep. He said I can understand that, and Randall said he's coming up there anyway. He and Michael will probably drive up there. Um,
that would be
but
nice.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Did I tell you I'm over 7,000 fans?
No, congratulations.
Got 7,000 in YouTube land. I need to get to 10,000 by
All right.
June. 1 month, 3,000 people. It's not impossible. Join my YouTube channel, Andre Golden DFG. Andre Golden DFG, YouTube. Hit me up. You know, watch my playlist, DFG's Corner, Parenting While Black, where I talk about being a parent of a special needs child as an adult and dealing with the good, the bad, and the ugly. You got to see it all to understand the challenges, the challenges of being a parent of a child with intellectual disabilities. And I try to do that when I can. But I got to advocate for it. Um, there was a guy, he was talking, and he was talking like he was a lunatic. He said like this: if the Republicans get in office, one of the things he would want them to do is to euthanize people who aren't normal. What do I mean by that? If you have an intellectual disability, a physical disability, or any type of other disability, he wants you gone because he don't want to take care of you. Say, and 9 times out of 10, I hate to say this, he's probably a Christian. Yeah, but I mean, that has nothing to do with Christ. I'm not, there's nothing to do with Christ, but they call themselves that. The nerve. But yeah, what do y'all think about that? What do you think about that, Pearl?
I hate to say I didn't hear half the stuff you said.
I said there was a guy from the Republican Party saying if Trump gets elected, that everybody who has a disability, he wants to get rid of everybody with a disability. And I don't mean sending him a nice bouquet of flowers.
So he wants to get rid of them or stop them.
Eliminate, as in get rid of. 𝐿 86.
People who are on disability?
No, people who are disabled. If they're intellectually disabled, if they're physically disabled. Yeah. I wish I could find that
crazy.
TikTok. I wish I could find that TikTok, but
isn't his son disabled in some type of way? His youngest son has a disability.
It wasn't him that said that. No, I'm not gonna put that on that dude. He's atrocious, but no, I'm not gonna put that. Ain't on him. That's on. He's responsible for getting that rhetoric out there. But yeah, it was a MAGA person.
Oh, they stupid anyway.
Well,
that's my comment to that. They stupid anyway.
No, they some of them are. Some of them are, but you know, here's what people don't understand. It's not him that's the issue. Yes, he's an awful leader. Yes, he did what he did. Can't help it. But it's the people behind him. It's the people behind him that is the ones you need to be scared of. The ones that don't have direct power, but they have lots of influence. But he's talking about, if you give me $1 billion, he's telling rich people, if you give me $1 billion, I'll cut your taxes. You know, you basically telling the rest of the country, you're giving them the double middle finger, and you're getting them issues to where. But as long as these people who are poor ain't got a pot to urinate in or a window to throw it out of, as long as they can say that illegal aliens, black people, the Chinese, something else, they're gonna keep voting, and you know, when all their freedom's taken away, you know, they can at least say they voted for they voted for what they got. It ain't the right way, but you know, we have to look at it in that regard.
And they still stick by him if he does that.
Yeah. But I'm just saying,
it's a different influence, or he wasn't in his right mind at the time, or something.
No, but what's going to happen is that people are not going to people are only going to listen to what they want to listen to. You can bring up facts, statistics, data. You can show them a picture of somebody doing it, and they'd be like, and if they're not convinced, guess what's going to happen? Nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Tell me this: do you think the orange man has a chance to win?
There's always a chance. I'm never gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no, because you know nobody thought he was gonna win in 2016. Not many people.
No, not many people.
Yeah, but guess what happened? He got chose. And that's
whatever happened to his case? Is that still going on?
Oh no, he's still, those other cases are those other cases are still, you know, they're still not doing it, you know. those pages, those cases, they hadn't been dropped. The one in Georgia, you got another one in New York, and those cases, and you still got the federal case with Special Prosecutor Jack Smith.
I think it's just so crazy that this man has done so much before, during, and after.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's not overall, he's the avatar. He's the avatar for dysfunction and that kind of way of thinking. He's just an avatar. He's he's basically a puppet, in my opinion. I don't see strings or a hand up his behind, but I was like, ain't nobody gonna come over here and sue me. He's like, you slurred him. No, I did not.
Dad says that he's the only president that's not a puppet.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. But yeah, those are the things that's been going on. What's your prediction, Chocolate Pearl?
Prediction of I hate to say it, but I think that fool's gonna win again.
I mean,
because
will they find him guilty or not guilty on this charge he caught?
Oh, not guilty, child, not guilty.
I agree.
Even though the evidence is stacked against him, still.
Evidence don't look. What do you realize when you got
evidence don't lie, but it's up to you to say, okay, I want to believe it. It's up to the jurors to say they want to believe it.
Yeah, but with the judge, he bought half them judges anyway. So, even if the jury found him guilty, it would get overturned. So I don't have confidence, especially being a black person in America, that justice will be done. I'm saying, we don't get justice. We get we get what we get.
We get it served on a garbage can. Lid.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's so how was your Memorial Day weekend? Did y'all have a good time?
I had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. The Jazz Fest was here in Duval County. And we tried to go all 3 days. The first day was good. I got to see that other crazy black fool, Brian McKnight. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What you think about?
Yeah, let's talk after you finish. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Brian McKnight.
And
what they
I finished. Okay, so we went there, and it was a nice night. I got sick because I ate something I shouldn't have eaten, and I literally threw up. And I don't really like to.
Yeah, sound like
that.
somebody. You sound like somebody we know or knew.
Yeah, but I somebody gave me something and I ate it, and it didn't agree with my stomach, and so but the next day, I mean, I was so sick that it was horrible. It was horrible. So the next day, I felt better too. The next day, I felt better, and we tried to go back to the second day of the festival to see Gregory Porter. And
who's Gregory
before
Porter?
he was supposed to come on, he's a Dad's looking at the computer like it's crazy. You don't know who Gregory Porter is?
No, I don't. Please.
He's a jazz singer,
musician. Okay,
look him up.
No.
He's very good.
Oh, I'm sure.
He has a voice like Barry White. Huh?
Okay.
R&B singer.
I'm saying.
But he's also a jazz singer.
You like Like I'm supposed to know him. Hey, I was watching the game halfway, or the game was watching me, Boston and Indiana, and I didn't know half the people on the court. And
Well, look
I
at when you get a chance, look him up and listen to at least one of them. What's the one I like? Circumstance of Love.
okay.
That's a good one. That's like one of those cooning type songs. He reminds me of Barry White.
Okay.
Then the next day we went to Huguenot Beach, where you can drive your vehicle actually on the beach. So you don't have to drag all your chairs and all that other good stuff. You get to bring your car onto the sand, make it look like you're about to drive into the water.
So
that's how close it is.
Where is that?
It's actually still in Jacksonville, Florida, but it's called, the little island is called Huguenot.
Okay. Sound like it's
so beautiful.
Sound like it used to be for French.
And they
French
had
people.
what is it called? A rock barge. It has a rock barge there, and we actually got to see ships so close to us you would have thought we could stretch our arm up and touch it. I forget what that little wall is called, but it was so pretty. The water was so blue. I have not seen that type of blue water since I went to Jamaica and Cancun. Not Cancun. What's the other? Cozumel, something like that. But anyway,
Cozumel, yeah, Mexico, yeah.
No, then I didn't go there. I can't remember the daggone name. The one that's close to Jamaica.
Bahamas.
Starts with a C.
The Bahamas.
But anyway,
St. Lucia.
No. Anyway, it was so beautiful, and it had a nice cool breeze, but the sun was still out. It was just so beautiful. And then on Saturday, we went to, Monday, we went to a friend's graduation party, and that was nice. We played Uno, and it took us forever before somebody got Uno.
Wow. So y'all must have played. Y'all played with that new deck or that older deck?
We played with a newer deck, and this particular deck has this one wild card in there that you can actually, they have several wild cards in there that you can actually write something on there of a certain task that you want, when they get it. But then there's another one in there that you can, if you have the card and you throw it down, you get to take everybody's cards, shuffle them, and then redivvy them out.
Oh,
so
wow.
If I have one card left and that other person decides to throw that wild card, he or she gets to take everybody's hand, shuffle it together. So if I had only one card left, I may wind up with 6 cards because they evenly distributed it back out. And then somebody might have had, we call this young man, we called him the picker. And then Daz was the picker junior because he kept having to pick up cards.
So it was like drawing 2, drawing 4, drawing whatever.
No, we did it you have to draw until your card the card comes up.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah, that was that back in the day. The real rules for that back in the day rules. They made up so many different rules now.
I believe
it was fun. We had it was a really nice, relaxing. The whole weekend didn't spend no more than $100. Probably didn't even get to close to $100. I call that a good weekend.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially when you're trying to save money. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I do not blame you. Does anybody else? Nobody blames her for trying to save money, especially these days.
Yeah, and that money was for food.
Yeah, you're gonna spend
Nikki
you're
says
gonna spend.
she loves herself some Uno.
Oh, okay. Is she down there with you, or is she still in South Carolina?
That Nikki J.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, see, I forget who I'm
Cayman
talking
Islands,
to.
that's correct. Thank you, Nikki. It was Cayman Islands. That's it.
Cayman Islands. Oh, you got a burner account over there. You hide
Uh-uh.
money. That's where people hide money at.
Look, I don't need to
You,
hide no money. I need all the money I can in this here in the United States.
I agree with your assessment. I definitely agree with your assessment. But what is? Oh, let's talk about Brian McKnight. Okay, Mr. McKnight said some crazy stuff about his older children.
I don't know why this is so low.
What is up with that?
What is up with what?
Brian McKnight, he basically threw away his
Oh,
older kids.
and he's talking about they were made in sin. I would love to know what does that mean.
What sin? What
So
sin is he talking about?
if your son was conceived in under conceived unwed by a wed mother, I guess that's considered a sin. But
Yeah,
people fail to realize God forgives you in your sins. He married that woman and had other children. So God forgave him for those sins. So you telling me you going to all this time, your child is grown now. So all this time you decide you're going to give up your child. So who the father of this baby that he put his name on? Who the father of the baby? He's a junior at that. Right, no. The new kid, he named him Junior. So he named his stepson. How did he name his stepson? He had it legally changed, so his last name will be his name. And then he added Junior. Well, so that boy's name was Brian too? His name is Brian, blah, 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 McKnight Jr.
But he's not biologically his. But
he's not biologically his.
It's not biologically his.
That look, I say this. That woman got some good whip appeal on her.
Hey, that's real. And for him to do that, no, that's FTK. That sounds like it sounds like FTK if the young man did all of that.
That's just crazy to me. She whipped it on him because at that concert.
Apparently they're not black. That's the other worst part of that.
They're not black. They mixed.
Yeah, they're blazing.
He kept talking about Leilani, his wife, during the concert. Yeah, that's it. And the way he was talking is like they've been married for multiple years, other than with the years that they currently are, I just can't understand.
So what's that?
So my thing was your stepchildren made under sin?
Right.
Yes.
But he rather claim the ones that's not his.
But that's what I'm saying though. That's a whole situation. But that he basically said FTK. That's why, and his first wife is melanated, and his current wife is less melanated. So the sisterhood ain't feeling him like that. He can sing all he want now, but he done broke the rules. Now they gotta cut him. But yeah, biggest thing is, I don't care how much at war you are with your children. I don't care if your children did you dirty. That's life. You got, don't. It was saying just saying it was said Miss Nikki said that she don't like him because he allegedly beat on his wife in his first one, and now this mess. But
Okay, beat
you
on his
know,
wife first and now dismissed.
yeah. So I look at it as, you know, he he on something. I don't care. He on something, but the fact that he just did all of that, and it's, I guess he got tired of his children, or he wasn't really, or he found out something about them, or that it wasn't going to work. That's all I can say. That's all I can think about.
That's just crazy to me.
Very, very. But you know,
All these years, and now you wait till now to say that
yes,
you denounced your children. That's just crazy to me.
yes, because they're adults. But here's the thing is that he's not taking any responsibility for his kid to be you know, for his kids being the way they are.
I just
Unless I'm wrong about that.
I can't wrap my head around this foolery.
No, I'm just saying that's, you know, it's it sounds like he ain't taking no, he didn't take any accountability on how, you know, because he's been singing for over 30 years. You know, he probably spoiled them kids, and now they can't, you know, they can't function, and then they acted out, and he's like F them. But he had, you know, as a father, you have responsibility for you have a responsibility for how your children turn out as the leader of the household. Yeah, your kids, you know, if your kid ain't around you and something happened, you don't take the blame for that, because that's, things happen. But if you there and your kids is like that, nah, you gotta something ain't right.
But I don't care how bad your children are. They cannot be that terrible that you have to denounce them.
I
And you
agree.
denounce them now after they became, they not, to me, they're not fully adults, but you know what I mean. They became adults,
Right.
and now you want to denounce them after all these years. If that's the case, you should punish yourself as well, because you're the one that committed the crime, not those children.
No, I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying it's weird, but you know,
I mean, how do you say, okay, I don't know, you no longer going to be associated with me as my
you,
child
you
at
disown
all
them.
these years. You could
You disown
disown
them.
them, but you
Celebrities.
disowning them because of what? And
That's what we don't
but you
know.
publicizing that the reason why you disown them is because you created them in sin. The
And that's
word,
about
the,
as that's
the
stupid.
important word of this is you created, not we created ourselves, but you created me.
Yeah.
And because you did it during sin, I'm no longer, you're going to denounce me. You don't want me to be a part of you. You want your name back.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I do not know.
I don't even know what level that's on. I've been honest with you.
Well,
I don't know what level
I
that's on,
mean,
because
if you really think about it and you look at it, a lot of celebrities disown their kids. Like Lawrence Fishburne disowned his daughter. Um, Now I don't know what Brian McKnight's kids did or didn't do, but you know, that's like, cause you know which daughter I'm talking about, right? Lawrence Fishburne's, one
huh?
that the one that made them adult movies.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, his daughter. He disowned his daughter after she started making spicy movies.
Oh, I never heard about that.
Oh,
Lawrence Fishburne's daughter was making you know, spicy movies.
this was like 10 years
And he
ago.
denounced her.
This was like 10 years
I don't
ago.
care. At the end of the day, you can denounce it all you want to. Y'all still blood, right? And everybody know that that's your child.
Hey,
That's just
Pearl and Dabs. A question
huh?
is: did Brian McKnight get booed at the concert?
No,
He did not get booed at the concert. Okay,
no.
that's surprising.
But was that information out before he did the concert?
Yeah,
I don't.
that's why I found out about it. That's what some of the people said that they didn't go.
But it was
just
Pat.
came out that, huh?
It was Pat.
I know, but a lot of people still said they didn't go.
Yeah,
That's
well,
why-
those people that did
But
go,
I think
but
they had just found out, so it was kind of some people knew because it happened that Friday, so it was only
Right.
a day to to get the information.
Yeah, so because I didn't know about it.
This concert now,
But now, yeah, his concerts now probably.
now are not people.
And see, these are people who go in there.
Facebook posts and people said we ain't going to that.
But there's people where if you can get to where it's free, they they're gonna go. I don't like him as a person. Never did. I met him in person, and he was a butthole.
Well, if he was like that, so you could see him doing that to his kids.
Yeah. I just still think that it's crazy. Whether I can see him doing it or not, he's still crazy for doing it. Like I said, I didn't like him then because he was very rude and disrespectful and a narcissist. However, I still do like his a couple of songs. I do like his songs, unfortunately. But for me to go out and buy it, no. This was a free concert. We were there. I didn't want to see the other performers on a different stage, so I went to go listen to them. But I was too sick to really pay too much attention to what was going on because my eyes was closed most of that time. So,
what was it from allergies or was it from let's see?
No, I ate something.
Okay, something you
and
ate.
It
you got sick.
Yeah,
no, that happened to me last week actually. I had an episode after going to Burger King and eating a breakfast burrito.
Mm-hmm.
Needless to say, I got back and was puking. I was puking everywhere. It was not fun. It wasn't pretty. Pretty Rick got to stay pretty, but
I think when I did it, I was very elegant because I said to Dabs and I said, I think I have to throw up. So I had this flowing white pair of pants on. I happened to look down and said, okay, we're not going to get that messed up. So I even took my shoes off, pushed them to the side, pulled the pants leg up, and then I just went black.
Yeah, I was calling the Hogs, Earl, Ralph, Charlie.
You was calling everybody, huh?
I was calling the whole crew.
I just called Earl and Ralph. I didn't call anybody else. I just Earl and Ralph. But it left me completely weak to the point where I collapsed.
But at least whatever was in you got out you.
Yeah, it did, and I felt better the next day.
That's the important thing, making sure getting whatever was in you is out.
And I was hydrated.
Oh, trust me, I was hydrated, but I was dehydrated after I finished. Yeah, I felt like a squoze sponge. like somebody just and everything gone. Everything gone.
Apple is on. She's listening.
Yeah. She got on. I sent her the YouTube link, so she's in YouTube. That's my other co-host, people. Miss Apple, she's sweet as Snapple, but don't get on her bad side because growing up I called her Evil Lynn, and she has a cat that's a murderer. I said it. Tell that cat I snitched. Yeah, I'm snitching.
Murder cat. I was just talking about that cat today.
Murder cat. The feline felon. But
I was
yeah,
just talking about that cat today.
but that's, it's one thing. It's one thing. We sometimes want to denounce our kids, want to say FTK. So, but in the end, we still love them, and I don't unless one of my sons hit a nuclear bomb somewhere, there's probably nothing I won't forgive.
You said
But
what?
it said short of one of my sons dropping a nuclear bomb somewhere or being a serial killer, maybe, I can forgive almost anything.
Yeah.
But like you said, they ain't asked to come here, so
No, they didn't.
you
I can forgive my kids. It's just I learn from what they do, especially if it's
yeah,
something negative towards me. So
yeah,
I just learn to keep an eye or keep my distance.
keep one eye open.
Yep. So
But
lucky I live alone.
I don't know if you remember, but my father used to sleep with his eyes open. I go in the
Yep,
room.
I did. I remember that.
I go in the room and be like, "Daddy,
Are you up?
like,
Yeah,
are you up?"
sleeping. Yeah,
Walk
I
over,
remember that.
he about to slap me because he like, you woke me up. I'm like, your eyes is open. Oh yeah, trust me. I remember that. That was dope. That was like, it was kind of scary. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie, it was kind of scary. But like I said, you sleep like that, ain't nobody gonna creep on you.
that's true. Well, no, they
Like,
still can because if they know your habits.
yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, it's always a pleasure. So these are more like phone conversations than a podcast, but that's what makes it so successful, is that we can talk about stuff and bring people into our world, and listening to some random folks say random things not on a non-random day, because Tuesday is always going to be Tuesday, unless it becomes Wednesday. Then we probably would have a problem with that. But I'm not even going to do my outro. I am going to say my final say. You want to say anything before we close the show, girl?
Just y'all be safe out there and see you next week.
And I'm going to say, don't make love by the garden gate. Though love is blind, the neighbors ain't. See y'all next week.